the 3 of Brian McCann. Missed it by 66 thousandths up in second. Row number 2, Brandon Mefford and Garrett Johnston. In the third row, it'll be Joshua Stewart in the 03, flanked by the 4 of Nuke Quick. Chris Mefford, the number 46 Falcon Motorsports machine, will start 7th. Timmy Schofield in the 12 will roll off 8th. Ninth starter, it's William Tyndall, the number 62. 10th will be Larry Bruner in the 44. 11th place goes to Josh Funkhauser with Chris Wally starting in the 12th position, and that's going to round out the field. 12-car field here tonight. That's okay. These late model stocks put on a great show regardless of the size of the field. These little half-mile short tracks, I'd say that 12 number is just about perfect. Maybe we take
I do not have everything set, but I think I'm good now.
That's your starting grid, though. Field begins to roll already here at Martinsville.
Trying to give Steve something to talk about.
Yeah, Indy 500.
Get ready.
Right here.
The pace car is in.
Hey Nathan, how's it going?
Race details for this evening. 200 lap stages at lap 50 and 110 at the completion of both. 78-degree air temperature, 45% humidity, partly cloudy skies. 2-mile-per-hour breeze. Track temp actually has warmed up a bit, likely due to the cars being on track. 80 degrees Fahrenheit at this point. Full load of fuel here tonight. 3 sets of tires over the wall. 3 opportunities at a green-white checkered finish, if so necessary, and no fast repairs to speak of. No safety net here tonight at Martinsville.
Outside is screwed on the starts.
Pulls down into pit lane as we await Barney to wave the green flag. He's got it raised in the air. And there's the command and the flag waves. We're underway from Martinsville.
Made some audio changes tonight, so I'm having to relearn that.
Zach leads the first lap down in turns 1 and 2. Mefford runs second. Brian McCann in that third position. Fourth, Garrett Johnston, Josh Stewart in
stage at 50 and 110.
You just hit the fastest lap.
Field getting lined out single file here. 200 lap race, a bit longer than our Twin 125 events.
I was just trying to figure out how to set you up.
Settle down into a groove, into a rhythm.
Because I don't know how.
I don't either.
Zach's entry down into turn number 1 noticeably sooner than Brandon Mefford. Mefford turning down just a tick later than the 050.
It's so weird. It's like hard to set people up when, I don't know, it's just like the horsepower is so low. I almost think it might have been funner if we would have done the super lates, just because like a little more horsepower.
Just hit the fastest lap.
Zach maintaining about a car length's advantage over Brandon Mefford. Brian McCann runs there in third behind Mefford.
No,
the two of them.
It bent something, but I haven't checked it yet.
Garrett Johnston also about a.
My steering was slightly to the left.
All together down the.
And the weight felt a little bit weird. I'm gonna have to. I got to put it back on the scales to check it. I just haven't done it.
Field now stretched out to about a half lap from first to last. Terzak to.
But yeah, that guy looked over at me, saw that we were wheel to wheel, and still cut over on me. Like, what in the world? He instantly, I'm glad he didn't flip, because man, I was pushing him for a long time.
Racetrack down the straightaway, an inch off the wall, if even that. Trying to widen that entry down into.
My nose would have scooped him up.
Absolute dog shit. Larry fucking Burner's catching me.
Sooner than Brandon Mefford. I think they've kind of equaled out here. We'll watch it another time here as they work down the front straightaway into turn 1. Mefford running a little bit higher line on entry still. Seems to be paying off though. I don't know if dirty air is playing a factor here, even at this little half-mile short track. Relatively long straightaways as you kind of run double hairpins here, one on each end of the racetrack.
Yeah, this is a
Mefford's going to have his hands full of Brian McCann.
got some straightaway on it.
At the moment, Brian's there, about a half car length off the back bumper of the number 83.
I'm still struggling. I haven't really nailed the line yet. I'm just kind of trying to keep up with it.
Mefford maintains the second spot. No real aggression shown out of the three of McCann to this point. Again, still pretty early.
0.798.
Twisted Gaming in the stream chat says, I think we'll see.
Ooh, I'm getting tight.
The mid-pack tonight.
Think good.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. Small field, 12 cars gives everybody a little bit more room than they may have been used to earlier in the season. Last week ran relatively clean in the Twin 125 events out of Hickory.
Drafting. Martinsville. Y'all can tell me if they're shifting up there.
Going to bed.
That'll help.
Have a good race and broadcast. Headed to Disney with the fam. Good luck, man. Have a good time.
Yeah, they're both of them shifting. That's why I'm losing. Damn, I was hoping we wouldn't have to shift.
Herzak still building some separation between himself and Brandon Mefford. It's about 2.5, maybe 3 car lengths to the 83. Couple car lengths from Mefford back to McCann. Johnston, though, right to the back bumper of the 3, in the middle of 3.
That sucks because I turned my engine sound down so I can't hear it.
Johnston
Can't hear it as good.
some pace here early on. Looks like he's a little bit racy in behind Brian McCann. Might want to take that third spot away.
I can't hear when I hit the chip.
Checking on Josh Stewart. He currently runs in the 5th position. Chris Mefford in P6, just up 1 spot from where he qualified in 7th. Newt Quick currently in the 7th spot. Timmy Schofield still hanging tough in 8th. Josh Funkhauser is 9th. Chris Wally 10th. Larry Bruner 11th. And William Tyndall maintaining the 12th position.
19.829.
Feel pretty well separated to this point. Top 4 in their own.
I did practice some shifting, but not a lot.
Josh Stewart here and Chris Mefford battling for position. Mefford is there, and I think if he wants to turn the wick up, I think the 46 can probably take that position away. And nothing really to be gained early on here. Certainly no stage points to be concerned with for Chris Mefford. He has not run the whole season, just kind of picking and choosing.
I saw Kyle shift there.
Tracks that he prefers to run at. Out front, Terzak maintaining the lead still. Doesn't seem to be pushing the hammer down as hard as he could right now. He's got a decent gap back to Brandon Mefford, about 3/4 of a second.
Pedals are breaking. Up here, 3B.
Doesn't matter by how far you win by, it just matters that you win. Terzak's maintaining that gap for the time being, saving his stuff in case Mefford turns the wick up himself.
This is the most laps I practiced, so I'm in
He's shown the
uncharted territory here.
As Terzak gets that inside curve just slightly.
Yeah, I think it's a requirement. This way too tight on just using 4th.
The leader just did a 19.9.
3rd helps it rotate on exit. I'll try it here again in a second.
Top 4 all together now, starting
It's hard to be consistent shifting though.
between each other. It's a few car lengths from Terzak to Brandon Mefford. It was a few car lengths from Mefford to McCann, and about the same back to Johnston.
Wait, that was faster.
24 laps complete, almost halfway to our first stage break of the night.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris Mefford now into the 5th position, does finally take that away from the 03 of Josh Stewart.
Shit, he's gonna let me by.
Let's see if we can find that pass here and see how that one got.
He let 2 cars by.
There it is, lap 22.
Did he mess up? Hit the wall?
Go. Chris gets to the inside of Stewart here. Josh up the racetrack just a bit, a little out of the groove there, and loses the back end slightly, so it slows his momentum out of the corner, but Chris Mefford takes the 5th spot with ease.
The leader just did a 19.947.
Oh, a little wiggle out of Chris Mefford off turn number 4. Has to save the race car. No harm, no foul. Mefford continues on. Doesn't lose a position out of that at all. In fact, really didn't lose any ground either. Maintains his position in P5 here on the racetrack. Josh Stewart in 6th. Tim Schofield in the 12. He currently runs 7th, but it looks like Newt Quick might be within striking distance. A car length, maybe 2, off the back bumper of the 12. This would be a battle for the 7th position if we were to see one. Josh Hauser there in 9th.
Angled it in too much on that one.
4. Meanwhile, pass for position up front. Brian McCann gets clear of Brandon Mefford. Puts a big gap back to the 83. Take a look at that here just about 2 laps ago. Drives it deep down into turns 1 and 2. Mefford really just gave up the position. Let him go by. We've seen a lot of that here this season, especially with those 2. One guy gets out.
I think I'm using more wheel.
And all of a sudden, the other
Now it's starting to
in,
degrade some.
and there's no fight to maintain the position. I think their common goal here is to see what they can do with Kyle Turzak. They can reel him in, take that win away. He's got a handful, in fact, more than a couple of handfuls worth of wins here this season.
Yay,
Turzak's been almost unstoppable.
The leader just did a 20.184.
Turzak with 13 wins to this point. Again, we're only 21 races in. Turzak has been dominant here this season. Very reminiscent of Aaron Smith last season and seasons past. Haven't seen Aaron show up to any races here this season in the late model stock series. I don't know if that's just an issue with the car he doesn't care for.
Kyle did announce that he's having problems with his pedals.
But he should be back here, I believe, in season 9. At least that's the rumor on the street.
Looks like something happened. He lost about half a second.
McCann, if you get to me, I'm just going to let you go. Pedals are demolished, not even working.
Roger? I don't want to hit that apron.
.39 laps complete. It does appear that Brian McCann starting to reel Turzak in ever so slightly, but again, we've seen this happen a bunch this season. Turzak You only go as fast as you have to. You get out in front, you got that top spot. You don't really need to lay it to the wood that hard. Take care of your tires, take care of your stuff. Again, they do have 3 sets tonight. Over the wall, that is. Doesn't necessarily mean that
Been playing with the brake bias this whole time, trying to figure out.
this thing. So Kyle Turzak being smart with his equipment. Or is he? Maybe he's at full pace. Best lap of the night for Turzak, a 1970. Meanwhile, McCann, Mefford, and Johnston all running faster. Best laps, at least to this point, but not by much. Brian McCann, a 1969, exact same lap for Brandon Mefford. 100th slower, 100th quicker was Garrett Johnston at a 1968.
Oh, wow, what happened there?
Last laps, however, Turzak running
That
a
back down.
96 to McCann's 98. Mefford a 93. Garrett Johnston a 20.04. Twisted Gaming chiming in and says Turzak having mechanical issues. I don't know if he's playing games with me in this stream chat or if that's legitimate. Twisted Gaming, if you could elaborate if that's legit, if you're just playing with me, either way. He's having mechanical problems. He's still running some quick laps. Still out in front of this field. 44 laps in, just shy of our first stage break. Turzak getting into some lap traffic. Larry Bruner the first to go down 1. Bruner way up the racetrack, just trying to keep the door open for the leaders. Bruner scrapes the wall, looked like off turn number 4. No major issue there as we stay green. 5 laps shy of the stage. So Twisted Gaming confirming in our stream chat here on the HBR TV feed. Says Turzak having pedal issues. Not sure if that's brake or throttle, but he's having problems. He's still got pretty decent pace out there. Be curious if he's going to take the time to correct that issue, if it's maybe just a calibration problem or a legitimate mechanical issue with his pedals specifically. I've seen that here. I've dealt with it myself as well. Sometimes it's not just a calibration problem. There are sensors and different things that can fail within the mechanics of the pedals that we use here in iRacing.
Wally must be on the controller.
It's funny, you see, think back on the money that we all spend on this hobby. It is relatively expensive, certainly nowhere near what it costs to run an actual race car, but the first set of pedals was a kit with a Logitech G29. Never did I have a failure with those pedals. However, they were not great by any means. They never gave up on me. Though some other more expensive pedals, I won't get into the brand. They're great pedals, but had some reliability issues. And I would imagine Turzak's not working with a Logitech system on a desk. Of course, he could be. Guys like Ty Majeski do it, so why not? Lap 50 goes up on the board, about to complete the stage as Turzak comes back to start finish. Green and white checkered flag. Caution comes out. Turzak wins stage 1, followed by Brian McCann, Brandon Mefford, Garrett Johnston, Chris Mefford, the top 5. Then it was Josh Stewart, Timmy School.
I've been going back and forth on shifting.
Hauser and William Tyndall, your top 10 and lead lap cars. In 11th and 12th,
I've been going back and forth on shifting.
Bruner.
5, 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Right here.
Turzak catches up with the iRacing pace car.
No, it's
2 laps complete.
the
Done in a hurry.
bad part about shifting is it's hard to be consistent. Speed-wise, it's not too much difference.
Lead lap cars, it appears, are going to come down pit lane. Looks like, yes, William Tyndall, the last car in the lead lap, he comes down as well. Followed by Brian McCann,
Line up,
Brandon Mefford. New quick, actually.
Nathan, how do I get wind out of your GoPro? Oh, the audio on those videos that you're hearing is not from the GoPro. It's from the camera glasses that I have, and it doesn't have any filters like that on
To
it.
try and get this thing fixed, I'm going to assume. Right side tires for Turzak, rights for McCann. We are under caution here, so I may see these guys go with.
But yeah, the GoPro probably has the filters to where it doesn't, you don't hear the wind.
Fresh Hoosier tires for the leaders and just about everybody else up and down pit lane. Drops the jack down and away. So interestingly enough, New Quick does stay out on the racetrack.
Interesting, everybody took 4.
To pit the next opportunity, or maybe this is just a track
The
position.
control panel? Without a
Can't do shit right now.
Certainly plenty of fuel to go further.
Everything's just kind of thrown together.
And you said we were going to stop
An
at
extra
110,
10
right?
laps to the second.
Gotcha. Every time
Yeah,
I start up fresh.
For stage 2 on lap 110.
Nah, here he comes. He's going to come down and pit.
Every time I start fresh, I have to go in
Get a lap left,
and just
some bonus
to the
points.
brake and notch the brake bias up and back to 50% just to get it
The
to
racing facility.
half full brake. I don't know why, but that's something that messes with me once in a while if I forget to do it.
Come to one degree, by the way, race control.
Well, for me, it's more of
All
like
right,
a
man, we're
pedal.
going green next time by. All right,
Oh.
man. Line up on the
Back down
outside
as well. I
road.
don't know
The
if this is
mechanical part of it.
Yeah.
Might want to extend it. I guess not. I don't know. Something.
All right, man.
You might have to
Like
type
back
in the
on the
chat.
pace car, we're not going green
Damage
this time. We are
repaired as
not
well.
going green.
Could be the
All
reason
right,
for
man.
his
Like
pit
Like
here a
back on
second
the pace
time.
car, we're not going green
Did
this
McCann
time. We
leave
are
us?
not going green.
What's up?
He's the
Ah, there he
first.
is.
His car light's still on.
How's it going?
I've been going in and out on mute.
Lost the stripe this time.
Oh, gotcha.
It's the 1 to go signal.
Anybody making any moves up there?
Chris, did you take your lucky dog?
You must not want the lucky dog.
And there you have it.
He just disappeared. I've been trying to tell
All
him.
right, man, we're going green next time by.
Vidal's going to get away just in time.
Chris, you gotta get your lucky dog, bud.
Daniel,
And we're
Yes.
one more time around.
it didn't tell me to go anywhere.
Race officials giving him
No, you just take it and he'll clear your flag.
get caught back.
Yeah, brother.
I didn't hear you on that. I'm sorry.
We'll go another lap.
All right, we are extending one more, guys. Lucky dog is coming low.
The pace car is in.
Pace
All
car's
right,
in.
man. Like it back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green. All right, man.
Sorry, I thought
Like
you
it
were
back
waving.
on the pace car. We're
I
not
was able
going
to
green.
get-
We are not going green.
I was able to get all my
Pace
damage
car.
fixed. You know what? Me just be feeling so
All right, man,
stupid
we're
trying to
going
figure
green
this
next
race
time
up. I didn't even put a dip in. That's probably why I'm so slow. Be honest.
All right.
So we're doubled back up. Chris Wally's going
You catch
to the
that, Will?
inside here. He's going to hit pit lane. And
Nah, sorry, I was putting a fucking dip in.
this looked like a super
ready.
crash.
Oh.
With a pace car, but we won't get into that. I think they called it off again, though. Lights are back on. Trying to get the lineup right. I don't know if we're just waving everybody by to get back on the lead lap here
Green,
again.
green, green. Good job. The next car is the
Rather
leader.
short field here
The leader
tonight, so we're
is
trying to give everybody some opportunities to keep racing and
43.434.
put on a good show for you guys that came out to
Yeah,
watch
one
the
inside.
broadcast here tonight.
Still there. All clear, all clear. Got one outside. You're clear high, clear high.
So, deja vu again. Let's see if we can get this thing squared away now. It's Tyndall and Wally at the back of the field. Pace car is in. There we have it. Green flag.
The car in P1 just hit the fastest lap. 19.674.
Kurzak maintains the top spot. 60 laps up on the board.
The car in
Brandon Mefford
P1
second. Ryan
just hit the
McCann running at
fastest
third.
lap.
Garrett Johnston, Chris Mefford, the top five.
19.653.
Further clarification on the extra wave offs. Twisted Gaming, our in-race official. The 51 was the lucky dog, but had some communication,
Twisted Gaming in race official.
as we kind of suspected, trying to get the order right. Got it squared away, and, well, we're back racing.
We have a spy.
just did a 19.696.
I don't want to have to go back to shift.
With Kyle
Looks like I'm going to have to, though.
Brandon Mefford and Brian McCann, the top 3 cars.
They're just pulling on me. $73.81.
Interesting. Riding on board with Kyle Turzak, I think he's grabbing a gear on corner entry. I want to ride on board here once again. Yep, he's grabbing 3rd gear. 3rd, 4th gear on exit. Interesting. Banging off the chip at the end of the straightaway. Turzak still out in front. He's led just about every lap. I think Nuke Quick is the only one to spoil that as he stayed out during the pit cycle.
Yeah, it's not much of a difference.
Nuke ended up coming back down to pit after the fact and currently runs in the 8th position.
That last lap I beat them both, but just by a thousandth. Or no, 100th.
The leader just did a 19.811.
Kyle beat us that time.
Things clean and green since the start of this one. 69 laps up on the board. Only caution we've seen here tonight was for our first stage break. It quick sideways off turn number 2. Nuke gathers it up, almost gets into the water barrels to protect the end of the old backstretch pit lane, but does not hit anything, does not loop the car around, and does not bring out the caution, more importantly. Nuke only losing 1 position out of that exchange. Now he's got Chris Wally, though, breathing down his neck. Of course, you slide the rear tires like that, you get them hot. You're going to be more susceptible to doing it again. We'll see what happens here with the 4 Nuke Quick. Back to start finish. Again, Chris Wally about a car length and a half. Looks like maybe 2 now into turns 1 and 2. Now it stretches out to 3 car lengths. Nuke back on the power. Checking on things out front.
Trying different stuff and nothing's working.
Brandon Mefford, Brian McCann, Garrett Johnston. That's been pretty much the story since this race started. A little exchange there between McCann and Mefford at the end of stage 1. McCann was able to get clear of Brandon Mefford as Mefford really didn't put up a fight. Let him go by. As Brian was able to reel him in relatively quickly. This second stage is kind of starting off very similar as the first of the race. Mefford has early pace. McCann kind of running his own race there in that 3rd position until maybe Mefford burns off the tires or McCann decides it's time to go. Brandon Mefford may have gotten a piece of the safer barrier on corner exit just a moment ago. You saw that big puff of smoke, dirt, dust flying, whatever you want to call it, off the exit of the corner. It seems Mefford is okay, but I'm trying to get a good look at that right front. He may have got it A little harder than we imagined. See if we can get a better look at it. Now, right front looks pretty good. Not even really a scrape to speak of, so. Good quality wax job on that number 83 to keep those scratches from showing up. Oh, there it is again, though. That was a lot harder hit from Mefford. Rear end stepped out on him just a bit on the exit of turn 4. Smacks the right rear against the safer barrier. That's going to pancake in that right rear quarter panel. That's not what you want to see.
Shifting is working for Kyle, though.
Especially if you're used to driving these cars hung out just a little bit. I know we're on a little short track. We're not at a 2-mile intermediate racetrack where that really makes a huge difference. But still, here at Martinsville, I think anything over 75, 80 miles an hour, aero does come into play. You pancake that right rear quarter panel. You take side force away. Now, what is side force? I know we've talked about it before, but in case you're new to the broadcast, or maybe you just weren't watching that night, side force, effectively, you drive these cars in yaw, meaning the right rear in the left-handers, kind of hangs out. The wind hits that part of the race car more than any other part of the race car, and it helps push it or helps keep it from spinning out completely. It almost acts like all rear spoiler, except it's not up, it's to the right. Now, if you pancake the right rear against the safer barrier like we saw Brandon Mefford do just a moment ago, you take away side force, and it becomes, well, effectively a looser race car. Now, if your right front's burning up, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but on fresh tires, that could rear its ugly head and become a problem. I don't know if Mefford's just trying to push too hard. He just got into the inside curbing there. That upsets the car and allows Brian McCann to get a little bit closer once again. More of the same what we saw in stage 1 as the stage runs long. Mefford loses a little bit of pace. Brian McCann picks it up. We'll see if the 83 lets him go this time. Still loose on corner exit again. Does he leave the door open? This time, no.
You're back in second.
Way up the racetrack, opens the door to Brian McCann. McCann's going to take the spot here down turn number 1, side by side, the middle of 1 and 2. But with these, Brian McCann takes the second spot. Brandon Mefford back to third. Garrett
Drove a little bit different that time. I cannot hear the chip.
Take that third position as well. But meanwhile, Brandon Mefford can battle back here and cuts in front of Johnston. Almost some contact.
Oh, that's why.
Second, third, and fourth in the picture right now. Brian McCann leads Mefford, Johnston, and further back Chris Mefford in the 5th.
I murdered my right front doing that.
Machine at the top of your frame.
So in order to do that, you got to shift.
Full straight.
You cannot do what I was doing on 4th gear.
Of the field, showing about 2 3/4 seconds lead over Brian McCann. Almost the full length of the straight.
That's the difference.
Meanwhile, just outside the top 5, Tim's.
I don't know how long it'll last, but it's almost like drifting.
6th and 7th. Full lonely for those two. Newt Quick back in the 8th spot, getting that position back after almost spinning the car out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes ago. Newt Quick ahead of Chris Wally in 9th, Josh Stewart in 10th. 11th place is Larry Bruner, 12th is William Tyndall. Tyndall not on the racetrack currently. I think he has parked it in pit lane, so his race likely to be over unless he's just trying to get some repairs made. I think he is out of this. Yes, he is confirmed out. Larry Bruner in 11th. First car, 1 lap down. To make it to lap 110, he may get that lucky dog this time and get himself back on the lead lap.
I don't think it's working.
Terzak still out front and continues to lay down some laps. Now 3 1/4 seconds ahead of Brian McCann. He must have gotten that race car, at least that pedal issue, straightened out during the pit stop. We may get a chance to talk with him here at the end of the stage if he continues to lead to its completion. Try to get a word with Kyle when that time comes. Wow, back in the second spot, it's still McCann and Mefford battling it out, but another battle with another Mefford for the 4th position. Chris Mefford, about a car length and a half off the back bumper of Garrett Johnston as they traverse down into turns 1 and 2. Update on William Tyndall. He is officially out of this race. Engine failure on the money shift. Tough break for the 62.
William, money shifted.
I guess so. Used a little too much shifting.
The leader just did a 19.
So when you made your pass, were you shifting?
Yeah, I'm still shifting.
Last lap for Terzak, a 1993. Brian McCann, a 20.04. I don't know where this kid finds that kind of pace, and I don't know how he maintains it throughout the course of the race.
All right, man. Halfway this time by.
Are you streaming right now?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you a strategy question.
5, though, doing battle here. It's Brian McCann,
Go ahead, you're muted.
Garrett Johnston, and then Chris Mefford, and then that number 46 machine. Field out of turn number 4 once again. Those battles remain unchanged. Can hanging out of the second spot. Brandon 3rd, 4th. Garrett Johnston 5th. Chris Mefford is. We are just past halfway and about 10 laps shy of our stage number 2 coming to a close.
I'm not sure. I think you'll make it. Just, you know, how much are you going to slow down? Oh. I'm pitting. Is that? I may have misunderstood.
Terzak puts lap 104 up on the board. Now we have 4.
Oh, no.
Josh Stewart, Chris Wally, Larry Bruner, of course, William Tyndall out of the race.
4-3.
Larry Bruner and Newt Quick next on the list here to go down yet another lap. Bruner trying to get away, trying to get clear of Newt Quick so he doesn't lose yet another lap. Terzak is there, about a car length and a half off the back bumper of the 44. It won't be long now, another lap at most.
You're unmuted now.
Kurzak into 1 and 2. He's not going to push the issue here. He's got quite an advantage over second place.
What'd you get for a calculation?
Kurzak looking inside off turn 4. He's going to take the lap from the 44. Bruner goes up the racetrack, gives him plenty of room.
You lap back.
Now Newt Quick's going to have a mirror full of the 050.
I'll type it to you.
Still have a couple of laps to go here before we close out stage number 2. Turzak once again having
What's your car number?
a fascinating night here at Martinsville Speedway.
12.
9 goes up on the tower.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up
Well,
single
shucks.
file.
All right, gentlemen, that is
Catch
stage
the
2.
03 car. Pass the 8 car. Catch the 03 car.
Kurzak's got a problem, or does he? Is he just checking up
03
early?
car.
We haven't got caution just yet. Maybe he's giving Bruner the lap back. What a nice guy. Yeah, Turzak's he had a 4-second advantage over Brian McCann. Now it's 2.5 seconds. I don't know if that was intentional or if he's got some more mechanical problems with the pedals, but the caution comes out.
Yeah, I messed up.
In the books.
I think I got it to him though. Yeah, but I know Kyle's listening on audio and there's 300 people listening right now, so
Turzak, Brian McCann, Brandon Mefford, Garrett Johnston, Chris Mefford, top 5. 6th place, Timmy Schofield, Josh Funkhauser, 7th, Newt Quick, 8th.
3.
9th goes to Josh Stewart, Chris Wally, 10th.
Right here.
Zach catching up here to the iRacing pace car. We'll see him duck down into pit lane.
well, that ain't bad. That was 73, 78. Thought I was killing him.
All right, that's it. Go. Just a heads up, you know that you only have one set of right side tires remaining.
How did I beat him?
Line up single file. Catch the 4 car. Pass the 03. Pass the. Catch the 4 car.
How did I beat him? Sorry, Tim. Did you get that number in time?
I didn't, but I'm assuming it was the same as what I had.
Tire change.
You need 13 to make it.
Just gonna guess here.
Yeah, that's what well, or a shade under.
Oh, you can make it with 12.15.
Yeah,
I just round up.
that's okay. That's what I had.
So does Brandon Mefford, Garrett Johnston.
What, did some people take 2?
Trying to run.
Oh yeah.
Turzak here tonight.
Did you?
Why would you take? Yeah, why would you take 4?
Turzak's going to leave pit lane in 7th place.
Guess I'm not as intelligent. I don't know.
Newt Quick stays out of the racetrack.
That's what I thought I needed.
Pit lane, so Turzak will get 1 extra spot. He's going to put him in the 3rd row here as we get ready for.
You only need 2 tires to drive
Brian McCann,
left.
Brian, you want the half right here?
Garrett Johnston, Chris Mefford. Looks like they all went.
That's going to be a big
right-side
negative.
tires only. Kurzak went with 4. So did Tim Schofield. So
Why is Kyle way back here? He must have
expected.
took 4.
Come down and pit.
Yeah, he took 4.
He gives the race lead to Brian McCann.
Oh, he should.
So we're going to try and talk to.
Oh man, I got to start on the outside. Oh nope, I'm 7th now. Perfect.
I got to shift this whole time too.
Get a word with our stage 1 and 2 winner, Kyle Turzak.
That outside is not fun.
Yes, sir.
Kyle, congratulations, man. Another dominant night here so far. But
All right, man, we're going
first, I
green
want
next
to talk
time.
about
Bye.
the pedal
All right,
issue.
man,
You get that
slide up
squared
on
away?
me.
400 people watching now.
Yeah, you know, my pedals are.
I am on the outside. Move me up another spot.
Been
Dang
using
it.
them for about 6 years now, and the clutch just seems to be engaging sometimes. So I switched it to my good old Y button.
Funkhauser's been
that.
nipping at my heels.
Yeah, now I'm a little bit in the hole right here.
Get ready.
Now he's on my door.
So, I feel like I got a really good car. Just gotta take care of it and take one off at a time.
Definitely got a great car here, but some work to do. Everybody in front of you took right side tires, kind of euchred you on the pit strategy, but you do have the pace. How do you feel about this car in
Green
traffic?
flag,
You really
green
haven't
flag.
had a whole
Good
lot
job,
of
man.
opportunity to
Now
drive
it'll
it through the
be-
traffic tonight.
Yeah, I feel pretty decent in practice. I was in traffic most of the time, and mostly I was just trying to get my shifts down. And I feel like if I can just do what I do, I should be able to get back up there.
All right, Kyle, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing, man. We'll let you go. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
It's Kyle Turzak, your stage 1 and 2 winners. We get ready to go back to the green flag. Brian McCann will bring him down to the stripe. Brandon Mefford to the outside. Then it's Garrett Johnston, Chris Mefford, and Kyle Turzak. Green flag in the air. We're back racing. Brian McCann on the jump. Not a big one, though. Still going to have the lead down into turns 1 and 2. Brandon Mefford slips up the racetrack just a bit. Garrett Johnston's going to try and take advantage to the inside. Now,
oh, they wrecked.
Away into turn number 3. Still there. Oh, right, man, I didn't think Mefford was clear, but he...
Ooh, that was close.
Second position. Johnston now to third. And now here it is. Turzak battling with Chris Mefford. Into the corner, a little bit of door banging. Side by side, Turzak forces his way through into the 4th spot.
That's on me there.
This is going to be tricky for these guys. Turzak, as fast a race car as he has, he's out there on 4 tires. Everybody else took rights. Turzak making a look to the inside once again. To the inside of Garrett Johnston. Does he get there? Oh, Mefford goes around.
Not going in.
Mefford drives right into the door. Larry Bruner.
Yeah, I'm good.
Still no caution. There it is.
Looked like Garrett Johnston
Had
hit
one taker.
First caution
Mefford on the outside line.
of the evening. That gives us our 3rd yellow overall.
Yeah, that was Garrett.
Not
15.
sure what happened there with Brandon Mefford if he lost.
Dang, gonna be on the outside again.
But that insult to injury, his brother drives right into him after the fact.
Now let's see how long it takes Kyle to pass me.
Just completed the lap after the restart.
Daniel, is there a lucky dog on this one or not?
Drives it in pretty deep, gets back to the gas just before the center of the corner. And
yes, there is a lucky dog, and you are that candidate, so you can take your lap back whenever you're ready, sir.
Clear, hits the 83. Larry Bruner gets collected as well.
The 51 is the lucky dog candidate.
The best possible scenario for Kyle Turzak is he's going to restart in the 2nd position now.
2nd place, here I might come. Odd way to say that.
Chris Mefford at full speed.
Pit road is closed.
Race officials handing out an EOL penalty for the 15 of Garrett Johnston for that incident.
Let me know when we're to the green, gentlemen.
To the green, sorry. Coming to 1 to green. Oh, well, yeah.
Usually Kyle races me pretty clean, and he's so much faster. All he's got to do is wait for me to make a mistake in 60-some laps here.
All right, man, we're going green next time by. All right, man, line up on the inside row.
So once again, working our 3rd caution of the night. The first 2 cautions strictly for the stage break. Our first caution for cause here this evening.
Get ready. All right, man, the pace car is in. Green, green, green.
And just like that, lights on the pace car have gone out. Again, Brian McCann going to lead them back to the start-finish line and the restart. Kyle Turzak will restart to the outside. Again, remember that 051, Kyle Turzak on 4 fresh Hoosiers. Brian McCann with the lead for now. Fresh rights only. That'll be Josh Funkhauser, Timmy Schofield. Josh Stewart, green flag is in the air.
Or how much different 4 new ones are. I don't know, but we're going to find out.
The Car in P2 just hit the fastest lap. 19.641.
I'm already losing it.
Yeah, got the jump on the restart and gets clear at turns
Right front slid that turn.
deep into turns 1 and 2. Gets to the back bumper. Ryan McCann, nowhere to go just yet, but it's just a matter of time, I think.
Oh, he's going to get me all day anyway.
That's 4 tires versus.
I actually made the outside stick that time.
Be long.
Car.
44 might be the lucky dog.
My front slid when he still had plenty of grip.
McCann leads it for the time being.
44, you
Turzak
are
with
correct,
not
sir.
enough of
You
a
are
run
the
down the
lucky dog
back.
candidate. You can take your lap
Get to the
when
inside of
you are
McCann.
ready. I'll
McCann
clear
slips up the
flag.
racetrack off
Pit
turn
road
4
now
just a bit. Opens the door for Turzak.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on that too, Derek.
And to the inside, but the caution comes out.
What do you think, bud? You think you're all right out there?
It's going to depend on when it came out.
But if I go shallow,
It looks like Garrett Johnston.
I'm going to be super tight on exit.
Again.
I don't think it matters what I do here. He's going to get around me. For sure.
Race control finds that
It's
a
their
tilt
contact
spin
between
on
him
the
and Brandon
15.
Mefford once
DOL
again.
will be issued with the 2 green, gentlemen.
Really, I'm racing Tim and Joshua.
Oh wait, never mind. I'm not looking at Shoot. Think about my real life number.
Garrett and Mefford was probably my
I think so. He made
2
this
biggest competitions.
sideways on his own. We'll go full speed.
I haven't really
Hey,
raced
Chris,
with
what's
Tim
that
yet.
black for?
That was really weird. It broke loose like the right rear just disappeared. But unfortunately,
Chris isn't in here anymore.
and Mefford, really. Mefford just gets right back into him.
I don't know where he went.
Do you have a
51.
overlay for your Discord?
No, it's on my 4th monitor.
With that,
Gotcha.
opportunity here, get a quick break out of the way. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
51. What's your black flag for, sir?
Spartan
51, black flag?
Logistic management.
Oh, that's
is your
not
one
Kyle.
source for all your shipping needs.
That's Wally.
Dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full service in-house brokerage, drop lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 things on my 4th
Kyle
monitor.
Steffens, UMP modified in Silver Crown driver, and Gordy Guntaker, World of Outlaws Layton.
Chris will be back. He's just on the phone.
Visit us at Spartan-Logistics.net. Find us on Facebook.
2 to go.
No more. He gone.
That wasn't in game.
Race controls in our channel.
Oh,
We got an advantage here.
Don't tell nobody.
He's helping us out.
All right, man, we're going green next time by. All right, man, line up on the inside row.
Now, if you can just let some air out of Kyle's tires, we'll be golden.
I'd deflate all 4 if I could.
Yeah, sorry guys. My shifter just broke, so I had to switch my wheel.
Get ready.
Welcome to the club.
All right, man, the pace car is in.
What's up, brother?
I don't know which one my mute button is, and I'm too afraid to push a button.
Green flag, green flag.
Can the 44 get a black flag, please?
Apologies about that, sir. I cleared it. And
Tight, tight, tight.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
At Martinsville Speedway, green flag has just waved. Field on to turn number 2. Brian McCann maintains the top spot, but Turzak once again right there to the back bumper. Off turn number 4, McCann leads it back.
It's tight out of 4, but not 2.
Lap after the restart.
The car in P2 just hit the fastest lap. 19.632.
Oh my goodness. I can't. I'm going to hit the wall.
Yeah, doing a great job holding off Kyle Turzak on those 2 right side tires only. Curious how long it will be before that really shows a difference, or maybe they just equalize out. For now, Turzak right there to the back bumper of Brian McCann.
My only option is to slow down.
Free from here to the end. And even then, you never know, it might not be enough.
I don't think 2 tires was the call.
Turzak still right there. Certainly looks to be faster. In fact, his last
almost wrecked him.
his fastest lap of the race, 19.63 seconds.
Now we can race for second.
Brian McCann about 700 slower. As Turzak gets to the inside, takes a look, but not enough. Ducks back in behind.
Next car is the leader. The leader just did a
Mefford up ahead of these 2 race leaders. Mefford in 11th now, a lap down. McCann opens the door for Turzak.
Yeah, I just can't do what he's doing.
Down into turns 1 and 2. A little bit of contact, but clean enough for it to work. Turzak to the point off turn number 2. McCann back to second.
Dare I try not shifting?
$60 laps to
It's going to be slower.
Martinsville Speedway. Kyle Turzak back in his familiar position up front, leading the straight.
Yeah, horrible.
Had to work for it though. McCann gave all he had to try and keep Turzak behind him, but to no avail. The 4 tires and just the raw pace of Turzak. Too much for Brian McCann.
I also do not like the sound settings.
These drivers do have 1 more set of tires over the wall, if not. Remember, a lot of the drivers taking only right sides on that second stage pit stop. So
Probably only said that about 20 times.
Tires, but can't imagine anyone's going to take just lefts. The opportunity presents. Maybe right sides only again. Maybe 4.
Did a 19.82.
I don't know, lap traffic could still wreck him.
Josh Funkhauser running 3rd and 4th.
Chris Mefford ain't going to let him by easily.
Position. Garrett Johnston back up at a P6 as he's working his way back towards the front after the EOL and then the subsequent caution.
Well, never mind.
Outside. All clear, all clear.
Funkhauser taking a look to the inside.
He did.
Field slams the door into turn 1. Meanwhile, battle for position, Johnston and Stewart. Side by side for a moment. Johnston gets up into the 5th spot. Stewart's got Brandon Mefford coming to him, but that's Mefford in the 10th position. Mefford's 1 lap down. Brandon Mefford, that is. Chris Mefford in 11th, 2 laps down.
One thing's for sure, I was overdriving the crap out of it when I was in front of him.
Goes up the racetrack, lets the leaders through. It's going to put Chris, I think, 3 laps down at this point.
That didn't help either. Now that I've got calmed down a little bit, I can actually get it to rotate a little.
Third, 4th, and 5th. Schofield, Funkhauser, Johnston. You can go further back into P6. Joshua Stewart. Newt Quick in the 7th spot in the 4. He's certainly further back from this small pack.
The leader just did a 19.841.
Is it possible I'm not driving it hard enough?
Finding it interesting, these drivers are shifting on entry and exit to these corners. It's something we usually only see with the Gen 7 Cup car. These late model stocks not really set up to run that way. Guys taking advantage of it though. Grabbing a gear on entry does help rotate the race car just a bit. This gives you
No, that's a four-wheel slide there.
before you grab fourth.
It's overdriving. That ain't gonna work.
Watching the battle here for 4th and 5th.
I'll just go back to what I was and
Maintaining
try to maintain second.
between Funkhauser and Garrett Johnston.
I ain't catching him.
Fun fact out of Raymond Turzak in the IROC feed chat says Kyle was on a bottle his first trip to Martinsville at 4 months old. Sounds a lot like me in Watkins Glen. If that was an 84, I'd be willing to bet that Kyle Turzak's trip to Martinsville for the first time was after the year 2000. It was probably after 2010. I'm going to guess it was 2010. Ray Turzak, let us know if I'm right on the year. I'm guessing 2010. I don't know.
That's an insult. 2010?
It's all the kid knows is racing. Certainly putting on a clinic here at Martinsville Speedway once again. Again, 13 wins on the season, trying to make it 14 out of 21. Starting off this playoffs here with a bang. Dominating performance to this point. Still not over yet. It's out of turn 4, puts lap 160 up on the board.
Come on, Brandon.
So I'm almost triple his age.
Meanwhile, Garrett Johnston alongside Funkhauser's trying to take that 4th spot away, and he gets clear of the 81. Johnston working his way back up into the heart of the top 5. Sets his sights on Tim Schofield now.
The leader just did a 19.855.
I ain't even really paying attention no more. I'm just out here driving.
All right, Raymond Turzak says 2,000.
I mean, I'm paying attention. I'm just not focusing on hitting the right line and stuff.
I was thinking spring of 2010. It's fall of 09. Turzak puts about 2 seconds.
This is unfortunately
the 3 and 4 once
important
again.
part of the race.
Let's go on board with Turzak. Starts a lap around Martinsville from the 051.
I guess he could still money shift it. That'd make it a little interesting. Caution could come out.
Gets it done in a hurry.
Then the question becomes, do you pit or not?
A few times I've driven these cars here at Martinsville, as soon as I hear it banging off the chip, that's when I start slowing down. He's going a lot further than I can. Terzak just showing why he is so good here at Martinsville Speedway, and really everywhere else in this late model stock. Terzak's last lap, a 20 flat to McCann's 20.03. Those two are kind of in their own zip code as Schofield's running a 2014. He's got his hands full with Garrett Johnston trying to take that third spot away.
The leader just did a 19.933.
Board with Garrett Johnston all over the back bumper. Tim Schofield gets a little run off of turn number 2. Does he dive it down into 3? He does. Alongside is Schofield. Does he get clear? Still there is Schofield with a bit of a run.
Got one outside.
Not going to be enough though. Johnston gets by, takes the third spot. Schofield kisses the wall off turn number 2. Stays in the gas, but already starting to lose some ground to the 15. 30 laps to go here from Martinsville. Terzak still well out. 2.3 seconds the advantage. Back behind McCann.
I did it.
McCann!
I did it.
The countdown is closing on you. Got these 5.3 seconds.
Did it.
I ate that curb.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm with the defender back there.
You couldn't at least bring out the caution?
Nah, I figured I would give everybody a good view of the infield there.
Effort here lately. He's in the 10th position.
I gotta ask, was that intentional?
His way up to be that first.
That was not intentional.
Like,
you look at that lucky dog.
I just hear Kyle come over comms, and then I look and I see you fucking coming in the exit of pit road.
The leader just did a 19.924.
What in the world?
Steve's trying to figure it out.
Got a replay of it. Let's
Brian, did I mess you up?
a moment ago.
No, you're good. I hit the curb.
The curbing in the
I mean, I saw you hit the curb, but I wasn't sure if I threw you off your line.
is only option.
No, you're good.
Backstretch pits.
I know I was putting a lot of pressure on you there.
I went full lock, but it wouldn't stay on the track.
Tough
Me
break.
and Larry over here racing for last place in case the damn caution comes out.
Try and win this thing, or even stay ahead of Terzak. Wasn't able to stay ahead of Terzak, but they're a big mistake out of the 3. You don't see it very often, but he hit that inside curb there in the middle of the corner just so. Angled them right down through the backstretch pits.
I got camera time though.
6th position, now 5th spot. Josh Stewart in trouble.
He shave a little something off Garrett for me on his way by, but
Hey, I didn't realize I was dropping everybody. Oh, I'm up here at the jump.
Stewart lost a right front or for steering wheel, nevertheless.
well, that was the highlight of the broadcast, Brian. If you're still on.
Yeah.
Got one outside.
It's gonna put
Did you just end up driving through?
here as the laps continue.
I drove through the little wall area where it's only like one car lane.
About a second
Got one outside.
between himself and
Clear
4th
high,
place
clear
Josh
high.
Funkhauser.
Oops.
Well, I made it more exciting for myself. I get to pass some cars now.
No. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Chris Wally gets to the inside. He drives it up on the curb as well. He was trying to get inside 44 of Larry Bruner.
9-7.
That is a position for those two, but it doesn't pay off. Wally now way up the racetrack, showing a little bit of damage to the nose of that machine, left front and right front. Wally's a little off the pace after that. Bruner maintaining the 8th position.
Bedford is blinking.
46 ahead.
Yeah, one inside.
Are working.
All clear, all clear. Outside.
Count is
Still there.
60.
Hold your line.
Ryan McCann has
Stay
caught
low.
Josh Funkhauser. That's for the 4th spot. Ryan's going to be
You're clear
hot
high.
for the rock. Trying to get 4 spots back as he can after that uncharacteristic mistake.
It wasn't a mistake. It was a detour.
Good job, man. You're up to 4th.
You're still in 4th?
Sir McCann
Jeez.
in traffic. Larry Bruner. Bruner up the racetrack gives him some room to race. But meanwhile, we see Nuke Quick in behind. I'm sorry.
Brian, before you get off the night,
Having some problems.
off
He's
the,
in
or,
and out.
and outside of the broadcast, I want to pick your brain on something.
10-4.
Gets clear of Funkhauser. Moved the 3 up into the 4th spot here with about 15 left.
87 or next gen car.
That's the subject line. You can join the conversation. But I want to do it off the broadcast.
I say we go to the SRX start.
Current pace, 4 minutes, 15 seconds remaining.
0.851.
You're saying we need a caution?
That's up to you.
Might slip on a banana peel.
I was thinking more like a coconut or a beer can thrown by a fan.
On a battle for position on the racetrack with Schofield. Trying to stay ahead of Brandon Mefford. Mefford just
About to get lapped twice.
back through the field. Brandon now is that first car 1 lap down.
So did you basically cut the track, Brian, without penalty? Is that how that worked?
Himself back in the thick of this thing. It's not over yet.
Did you have to be pit road speed?
It's getting awfully close to being overturned.
That's wild.
Now, Garrett Johnston.
I'm gonna go check that replay.
Ryan McCann up into that 2nd position. Remember, he got the
Narrow little area.
and then had
The point is,
immediately following after the restart
We have
with
time to go.
Brandon Mefford
Good.
again. Mefford
the point at which Brian came into the pit was past the pit exit line, so it didn't count him as on pit road.
off turn number 2.
Yeah, I was say I just tried it and I hit the green cone and it gave me speeding on pits.
How lucky is that?
That's professional level.
Sunday afternoon drive.
Yeah, not luck. Wow.
Terzaksen's taking the top spot back.
Move of the race, even though you lost spots.
I thought that was an orange cone and a detour.
Brandon's lap down.
19.898.
Yeah.
If he could just stay there and be a roadblock, that'd be great.
That's what I was just thinking.
Some struggles here after that relatively significant impact to the curbing. I don't know if we got a piece of the wall or not. Both front fenders pushed in a bit. Don't know if he's got some front end damage. It's right on board with Chris.
That's a playoff race. It don't matter.
The wheel's still relatively straight.
Five to go at the line. This is less than optimal.
going.
Don't do that either.
I'm trying.
Kurzak now with an 8-second lead over Garrett.
Got
No.
one inside.
Tim Schofield in third,
All
Brian
clear, all
McCann
clear.
fourth, Funkhauser fifth.
Oh no, I got like 4 laps to do it.
Only a minute and a half left of purgatory.
43 seconds.
That's all the entire race of time?
All right, man. 2 to go.
Like, that's the track time he's used up?
No. At current pace, 30 seconds remaining of this race.
For Kyle Turzak, just needs to get it home here.
What kind of app do you have that tells you that?
It's God. It's sim racing app or sim app.
Oh, okay.
This evening.
Yeah, Sim Racing app.
9-3.
I
Probably
use the
gonna be
same
able to
thing,
do
just
it.
don't ever look at the clock.
Yeah, I use the spotter broadcaster
The season
page
playoffs.
to
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
all data.
That's cool. Thank God that's over.
Their lap car just ahead. That's Larry Bruner.
Well, thank you for the podium, Brian. That's the first time I've done it twice in a season.
As the white flag wins.
No problem.
Here for Kyle
There you
Turzak.
go, man. Good job, driver.
Less than a half mile away from his 14th win.
Oh.
First of the playoffs here in season.
Surprisingly, that's not my worst mistake I've ever done.
Did you get any damage out of that? You just, when you hit the curb,
Off turn number
Nah, man.
checkered flag waves.
you just got loose enough to perfectly slide yourself between the gap of the pit exit and the blue line,
Second place will be Garrett.
and just
Johnston.
nailed that wall.
Third goes to Tim
Perfect.
Schofield, Brian McCann.
It was
Salvages
perfection,
a
yes.
Fourth place finish.
Do you remember what lap that was?
I do not.
Hold on, I'll tell you. I'll go back far enough that me and him are close to each other.
I think that was
Lap.
on the 171.
179. 179 or 180.
183 has a pretty high lap time comparatively, even though it's still shocking.
It was 173.
Turzak trying to get his best Kevin Harvick impression here.
There it is.
Burning it down the front stretch, and little Polish victory lap for Kyle
I
Turzak.
just caught it just right.
He got a little nervous about that silver and black car behind him.
You got the cone too. Oh, did you hit the wall coming out, or is that just a bump? Oh my God.
Just a bump.
Performance this season just continues.
Wow. And you came out 6th. Impressive.
Good thing that's not the same truck that was in that video I sent on the message board earlier. Did y'all see that?
Sit on the start finish line. We'll step aside.
Modified hit him.
We'll be back
Oh, yeah.
with top 3 finishers after
Damn
this.
safety truck under caution just pulled right out in front of a modified.
We were
He
doing
dang
radiothons
ran right into him.
Children's Research Hospital. We need
Junked his car.
to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust.
When I got in that
and
turn,
he
it
is just a
slid.
genuine guy.
Marcos has been
Got loose.
with us. He has a genuine.
Yeah, I threw it in there.
You need somebody that cares about you, and that's what Marcos.
All right, gentlemen. Chris, I will send that invoice over here in just a few minutes, and I'll see y'all next week.
All right, that'll work. Thank you, buddy.
Sure.
All right, y'all take it easy. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off and talk to Wally here.